Namaste everyone and welcome. Today our topic is about balance, equanimity, or the balanced state. In life, very often we feel agitated, and in life, when we encounter a certain ups and downs or success and failure or good and bad or, as I said, ups and downs in the life, we miss that balance. I'm pretty much sure it happened to every one of us, including me and you. So the whole point is, how do we deal with the practical life and also at the same time spiritual life? If you're a yoga practitioner or spiritual seeker or yogi, or you have curiosity to know things, it is, I would say, you have to work a lot. It's quite a big work to do, and continuously, without expecting the results. And I'm referring to Gita quotes basically. So we have attachments, we have likes and dislikes, and this is where the problem comes. In Sanskrit they say raga, dvesha. These two are like, one is like you're after what you like or what you love or what you want to have. The other one is you are not after, because it's not comes to the hatred. The correct translation is like dislike. Let's say you like to have a chai every morning when you wake up, and some people may not like to have a chai. Maybe they like coffee. So here you need to understand that it's very hard to let go our attachments towards the things that we own or love to have, or not wanting to have, or wanting to have, or not wanting to have. So the whole point is, how do we deal with this practical and spiritual life, or the success or the failure, or likes and dislike? In yoga, in Bhagavad Gita, in sutras, they say it's the word called Samatva. Now here comes the point. Remember this word called Samatva. It means, simply translated as equanimity, or balanced state of being, one with really like this. We would say okay, for someone is successful, oh, thank you, okay. If the same person is not successful, all right, fine, So you're like center, you're not shaken by this material world or these ups and downs of the life. And when you have this undisturbed mind, like not shaken by anything, we say in Gita, Sri Krishna said, Sthita prajñasaka bhasha. Sthita prajñasaka bhasha means the one who's, how a person, like one who's really firm in the wisdom, like literally in like kind of a samadhi state, like oneness or absorbed. I mean, you can see how Arjuna questioned Krishna, like Sthita prajña saka bhasha. How do you describe this person? It's simple, a balanced state. I mean, he's neutral, nor he's not asking for any kind of fruits of action or not. It's just like neutral. And also, it's very important to have keen discernment in our attitude. So if I add to that, basically karma yoga is translated as about attitude, rather than you have to do this, that. That's just a daily ritual. But it's about the attitude that you carry very often in your life, in your daily activities. This is the attitude. So karma yogi or yoga is ultimately stands with this person's attitude, which is really that balanced state, like he's really centered and focused. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm talking about how to be, like, maintain the balance with the practical life and spiritual life. Practical life, we often have troubles and problems. We often face ups and downs. Spiritual life, we know what to do, but we don't do in general. So that's why attitude is always important in karma yoga. So it's the attitude that, you try to engage yourself in the activities like with the keen discernment. And also when you engage in, even though in the activity that you're in, the action that you have to do, we misbalance again because our intellectual mind and our, like, the mind, regular mind, we say beginner's mind or something like undisturbed mind or non-disturbed mind. Let's say conscious mind and conscious mind. We have a kind of a battle between these two kind of things. So this is where the confusion rises. I'm sure you're confused when you have to make a decision, something about, let's say you're changing your job, or let's say you're changing your career, or let's say you're changing your partner, or you're changing a place. We have a lot of questions. And this is where the confusion rises. When the confusion rises and you're literally like rigid and agitated and your mind goes every direction, and this is where the Samatva, this equanimity attitude comes. For example, try to be sane person. I mean literally a balanced state person when you win or lose. Sometimes you gotta lose to know how to win, but that comes different. But I'm just saying that you try to maintain the balance. Don't stand in a, step on the two boats. You're not gonna sail for it. You're gonna fall in one side. So center, really balanced state, and try to be the same person. Either you have supporters or not have supporters around, or you have a people around you or you don't have people around, or you have a friends around, you don't have friends around, or you have a family around or you don't have a family around. And this creates that equanimity. And also try to be balanced between good and bad. And try to be balanced, like the balanced state between the rich and poor. And try to be balanced between if you're weak now and you're strong in the future, or you were strong in the past, you're weak now. Try to be balanced. And you have to accept the presence. We often get stuck in the past and we're looking for the future to be better, but we don't really work right now. So the whole point is, if you have experience from the past, you can make the future better. But the most important is now that you are in the state of where you are right now. I don't know where you are, thinking about, although you're listening to me. It is very important to stay focused on the task, whatever you do, but not expecting any results based on Gita. I mean, it's like the karma yogi attitude, because when you have that attachment, expectations, raga, dvesha, like what you're wanting to have, what you don't want to have, we often get kind of, that's not clear. Krishna said, you have to burn those likes and dislikes with the fire of knowledge. And stand like this art piece, if you look at it, stand like the lotus, untouched by the water, but you're blooming and shining. And you're born from deep that, whatever this, how do I say that? The pond, right, is basically muddy water, but lotus blooms and it's untouched. You see from the far, it's like blooming and shining. So untouched by this likes and dislikes, this material world or whatever we're facing very often. And that's where the wisdom bonds. Burn with the fire of knowledge. I mean, this negative stuff. Then you create balance. Samatva, balance. So it's very important to maintain that equanimity in your practical life, and of course spiritual life is very important. So if you come to success and failure, you have to see them as same. When you find that balance, I think you're in a true path of yoga. And for this, it's not going to be like one day or 1 second, okay, all right, I give up drinking chai, I give up about coffee, I don't eat chocolates anymore, I don't drink a lot, I'm not going out, or I'm not doing this and that, okay, I'm not going to talk with anybody. No, 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 we're not asking to do that. We're asking about, and I'm sharing about how to find a balanced state in the mind. We got to deal with this material world. We got to deal with this people around. You're not going to run away. But finding a balance, maintaining the boundaries, maintaining a certain kind of an aura, the energy, with a balanced state. Take a drink, like maybe one, and then like you're not going to drink like 6, 7, 8 glasses. Another day you feel bad. There's no balance here. Alcohol is not good for either. And when you eat sweet, right, you feel pleasure, but not going to eat sweet a lot entire day or eating chocolates and non-stop. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to talk about more simple way to give you that balanced state of mind. Even what you eat, even which people that you're hanging out with, or what you're dealing with. Even overworking is not good for the mind and body. You feel like burnout, like, you know. It happened to me. It's like, and now I'm like kind of trying to recover a bit. So find the balance, find the equanimity, see what happens. And I'd like to share the quote based on all this talk that inspired me a lot from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, 40th verse, and I'll recite to you. Yogatsya kuru karmani sangam tyavatva dhanunjaya siddhya siddhyo samabhuvat bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. The last line. Samatvam yoga uchyate. It is very important to have the balanced state said to be. Yoga is a balanced state. Yoga is a balanced state of the body and mind. Yoga is a balanced state of emotions. So the last line. But the whole translation goes as, perform action established in yoga and discard attachments. As I told earlier, your likes and dislikes. It doesn't mean that you run away. You see it is good or not. Less is always more. And O Dhananjaya means O Arjuna, O warrior, remain balanced in success and failure. You have like 1,000 people at the back of you or around your shoulder clapping. Wow, you're so good, you're amazing. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're gonna be all right. And failure, you have nobody around. All right, fine. I always say one of the quote, it's not the matter of the audience, but do best as you can at any moment. And this is the best mantra, I believe in it most of the time. So I would highly recommend to you guys, do best as you can, but don't ask for the results, because as the Gita, like this, discard the attachment. When you have this expectation, the attachments towards likes and dislikes, this is where you get stuck and got confused state. So this shows this this beautiful meaning. You see how beautifully it says Samatvam yoga uchyate, means yoga is a balanced state of body and mind. So not about touching the toes, you're doing the headstand, you got balance for like a 20 minutes or 30 minutes of sirsasana, or you can do a deep back bend and you come up. It is the mind. When you have the, okay, let's say you're doing the half moon and you have got the balance, but if you don't have a balance in the mind, that's not yoga. That's why he said, yoga is a balanced state of body and mind, and yoga is a balanced state of the emotions. So that's like the mental calmness. It's like the composure and evenness of the temper, and especially in a difficult situation if you face, it is very important to stay like this, and it takes a lot of work. And trust me, I've been there, so I know how it takes like. So, and then also, to end up this talk, I would like to add one word called Sankalpa, mean to resolve, to find a solution, or determination, or the thought, the idea. Let's take the Sankalpa as an intention. Intention that, for example, as I said, burn our selfish action, Yeah, burn our selfish actions with the fire of knowledge. Literally burn them off. In other words, like, the intellectual can guide us into the nature. In Sanskrit they call swadharma, the nature. What is our nature? We want things, we want more. This is where we need to train. And once again, it's not going to come in one day. You can see, like the lotus that remains in the pond and is untouched by water. So we must continually remind ourselves that our eternal essence is different and separate from all actions. And actions are going by themselves in nature. So therefore, we need to be alert. Like literally, the ears and the eyes or senses to be wide open, that where it's coming from, why it's coming from. So keen discernment, viveka, is very important between right and wrong, but you're not judging it. You're understanding the nature. Swadharma, you're understanding your mind. Then you create that balanced state. So the Sankalpa, the intention, is very important. And you need to be determined. You need to have that idea, the concept, resolve to dissolve and to find a solution. Meditation is one of the things that can keep you in present moment, but we have often dealing with this, once again, same old topic. I would like to put an example that, a runner or a racer or a dancer or performer or choreographer like me, an artist like me, or a singer, before they're going to perform on the stage, they do their math, they do their practice. They do their, let's say a racetrack, a car racetrack. They check the track, make sure that the racer drives smoothly without any danger. Is that so? I mean, it's very important to, you have to run that course. If you're a runner, if you're a swimmer, you have to run that course before the actual, before the start of a race or start of something to do. You must have experience. I'm talking more in a modern way, not like detached. Of course, you must have that kind of you have to put yourself into that and you have to understand that. And it comes by experience. Whatever I'm sharing today, it comes by experience. Or if you're listening carefully, you can apply into your actions. How mother care for you or the nanny or the maid care for you is different. One is completely attached to you because she loves you. One is not attached to you because she's just doing her karma and dharma. So these both things are different. You can say. So when you perform your actions, discard the attachment. When you perform your actions, don't expect the results based on the Gita. Then you find that balanced state. So you're leaving the fruits to the others, but not expecting anything in return. And that makes the equanimity in the mind. And you begin to, although you can't let go your coffee or chai or what you desire cannot be dissolved. It is there, but it can minimize, and you begin to have that attitude towards this reality world, practical life and spiritual life. You will find the balance. So, people, I would like to say thank you for watching this video, and I hope this what do you call it? Excuse me, once again. Samatva, the balanced state, and Sankalpa means the intention. So these two words you have to apply in your attitude. And karma yoga is not something you have to do something on a daily basis. It's the attitude that you carry. So, balanced state with an intention and the attitude. You must continue, you must move forward. Alright, so if you like this video, please like and share and send me a feedback, would be great. And I'll be seeing you in the next topic. with some other interesting topics in the future. And for now, I would say thank you for watching. Move forward and create that equanimity and balanced state of mind and body. And that's the true essence of yoga. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you and Namaste.